Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. Yeah, Polkadot is still in this larger support area down there. The current view is that this move down here, this fifth wave, is an ending diagonal of an overall bear market structure, obviously an overall downtrend, yeah, which started a while ago. Obviously, the overall correction from an Elliott Wave point of view started actually in May 2021, but this C wave, which is basically the last wave of this correction, yeah, is a 5-wave move, and within this 5-wave move, the C wave is unfolding. The fifth wave is unfolding right now, and the fifth wave would be an ending diagonal. It has to be because we actually have overlapping price action here, and that's only valid really in a diagonal pattern. I mean, there will be other scenarios that are possible, but we would have to get a little bit creative. At the moment, you know, we can go with our current structure. It has suggested that we get into this price region. We are in this price region, and now we need to watch if the bulls can jump in and show a turning point. Now, we have to be very realistic here. It's not as simple as that, okay? It's not as simple as that. So obviously, if we go to the indicators, I want to go to the daily chart. On the daily, obviously, the RSI was oversold, and we now see a bit of a reaction in price. A daily RSI oversold region typically is followed by at least a bit of a relief rally. That's what we see now. I made you aware about that oversold RSI in one of the last videos. So ideally, we see this turn around soon. Better would be sooner than later, because a break below this support zone, which is at $3.45, or it ends at $3.45, would make me consider other options. Yeah, certainly something that might assume that we will get one, you know, that this is subdividing in different ways. Okay, but it's already getting to the limits of what it should do, this ending diagonal. Why is that? Well, we can look at the subdivisions of this ending diagonal, and here you can see that in this ending diagonal, we have a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, a wave 5. It would be really unusual if the wave 5 got longer than the wave 3. So, I mean, a rule is the wave 3 must not be the shortest wave. In this scenario, the wave 3 is longer than wave 1. So it's not an absolute rule break if we break below support, okay? But what we normally want to avoid is that the wave 5 is longer than wave 3. So that's at 345. I at least expect, if we get another low, I at least expect some kind of a bounce from $3.45. We will see. If not, it would be very bearish. But I mean, as I said, it would not be a rule break if that wave 5 is longer than 3, because wave 1 is the shortest. The only rule really that you have in such diagonals is that wave 3 must not be the shortest one, and it cannot be the shortest one here. So essentially what we're dealing here is, based on this, some kind of an expanding diagonal, but in a very strange structure. The market, or the price, is following this descending price channel. It doesn't show us any indication to finish off this correction, okay? At the moment, I have added, for me, you know, what would be the most likely support zone, or the most likely completion point for this ending diagonal. But I cannot rule out that we go below 345 unless we see a first impulse to the upside. We have to follow the trend. The trend is your friend. Well, not always. If you don't respect the trend, then it's not your friend. But we always want to be on the right side of the trend, which is why we use Fibonacci retracement levels. We are watching the structures like an ending diagonal and a descending price channel. And then we identify relevant support levels where the price has a chance to turn around, but the daily trend is still down. And as long as the trend is still down, we shouldn't get too optimistic. So if we now zoom into this fifth wave of a fifth wave, you can see that I count it as a very complex corrective pattern. Yes, there can be other ways of counting it, but this is one way of looking at it. And we're basically based on that now in this Z wave. And in the Z wave, we have an A wave already complete, we have a B wave complete, and we could be in the C wave. And yeah, I mean, that C wave has done what it needs to do. We actually have 5 waves down. It doesn't need to come down any lower. It could still reach the 1.618 extension at $3.58. But so far, I mean, the wave count is technically, you could say, complete. It doesn't need to go any lower. Most recently, we had a short trade area here, which was for the wave 4 to trade the wave 5 down. And yeah, that worked out nicely. So it's now all about, okay, can we see a first impulse? So at the moment, I cannot see an impulse to the upside yet. That is what we need to wait for, what we need to see. Basically, we're now at a point where we can say, okay, we're now watching for a potential reversal. We are watching for a reversal. We have a wave count to the downside complete. We have an RSI that's oversold on the daily. And I'm not telling you that we will go up from here, but if it turns around, this would be an ideal spot, okay? As you always know, hopefully, is, well, what we want to see is a 5-wave move up. This currently still looks too corrective to me, especially the last move up looks like a 3-wave move. If I can get 5 waves up on a relevant time frame above $3.91 and then 3 waves down, so we have a 5 up, 3 down pattern that we can recognize forming a higher low, then we can start to talk about the low might be in. And ultimately, you know, this is a long-term support area, but I cannot promise you a turnaround until I see a 5-wave move up and a 3-wave move down, even though I cannot promise anything, right? This approach to follow this process has certainly helped us to stay out of a lot of trouble. Okay, so first of all, you can see also here that the price is moving in a descending wedge within a larger descending price channel. So it really takes a lot of work for DOT to prove that something more bullish might take place here. Yeah, at the moment though, we still need to be following the trend, which is down. And even though I'm recognizing the low could be in here, we need to be realistic. If Bitcoin drops further, we have to get a bit creative with DOT. So, but either way, you know, we have no 1-2 setup yet to the upside that would be worth watching. So we still need to remain very skeptical about the turnaround, and especially until we have a 5-wave move up and a 3-wave move down. That's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.